sensual? Isn't it 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 sensual?
Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to get the session started. Krishna is here today. He's coming. He will be here. He will be here very soon. He got a little distracted this morning. And Krishna, turn on your microphone, Krishna. Krishna, turn on your microphone.
Oh, no, so sorry.
Turn on your microphone.
So sorry. I don't know what I ate last night, but it is...
I feel like there was something Go ahead.
It is disagreeing with my digestive system.
I feel like there was something in the chutney, perhaps, or maybe it was
I don't know why I always go for so much chutney. I always put too much chutney on, and I don't know what it's been before we get that chutney when we go down to that place.
No, but this is life. This is the mystery of life. This is the joy.
So true. So much surrender into the chutney.
What can you do when your bowels take control of you? You cannot argue with them, right, Krishna?
Oh, I mean, I suppose you could, but I don't know what they'd say.
That's right. Can you imagine someone just standing there, emptying his bowels and arguing? I mean, in any case, these are the moments that have so much power because you need to surrender.
Oh, my mistake. So sorry.
No, that is all right. It's natural, right? We should embrace the natural processes, right? If you feel like you're just passing, yellow-brown water with tiny chunks and bits of leaves.
If I need to run to discover the guided meditation for Mirage.
Okay. So first we need to embrace and surrender to the natural processes that are occurring.
Yes.
Every moment.
Yes, so true.
Can you command your stomach to digest faster? Huh? No.
Well, some of the masters, I suppose, could.
I have my doubts.
I don't know. It is not for the regular.
I know.
Regular old Joe.
No. I mean, look, Krishna, we've spent so many decades studying the ancient texts, the Upanishads, the Ayurvedic texts, the Vedas, the Bible, the Quran, all of it, the Talmud.
We've studied the street too. It's not just in books. It is all of the knowledge is not just in a book, right?
Krishna, I tell you, if all you do is have your nose in the books, then you take one step out into those streets and you'll get your ass handed to you.
Oh, so true. I remember years ago when I was just a young man, or could have been before I was 20 years old, Raj.
Okay.
And I was on my way to visit a friend in San Francisco.
Oh.
Yes, and it was a lady, who I had met at a conference a few years before, quite a lovely lady. And I went all the way out there to San Francisco, Raj, and I wound up getting kidnapped, actually.
Terrible. That's terrible. You never told me that story.
Someone recognized me, and they recognized, I think they liked, I had quite a nice suit on with quite very expensive looking shoes, and I just was
You're always
in
so
the wrong,
well dressed, Krishna.
I know, and I was in the wrong neighborhood, and I was on my way to meet my friend, my associate, who had a lady who I had not seen in a few years, and the man said, no, you're going the wrong way, and the next thing I know, I heard a thud, and that was me getting clocked over the head with something I don't know,
and
I
or something.
or something. I thought I was, what is that loud sound? And then I
was
went
you.
unconscious.
It was you.
was my head. It was my head getting bonked.
Oh, that's
And
terrible.
then I went unconscious, and thankfully
Yeah,
my uncle
I know. I
paid
remember
the
you
ransom.
getting hit on the head with the truncheon.
Yes. Thankfully, my uncle paid the ransom, and nothing really became of that.
Yeah.
But I never did get to see my friend.
Oh, that's too bad. I recall in my life at that time coming into suddenly a great amount of money that I needed at the moment in a pinch. And, it's sometimes that life just throws these things at you and you need to find a way. I look in my drawer and I have
What
the
a
rubber
coincidence.
truncheon.
What a coincidence that my uncle had to pay the ransom, and then you just came into some money.
Incredible, but this
coincidence.
is the nature of providence and
It's
coincidence.
so true. It is just a coincidence. The mind wants to connect the two. Like obviously, my first thought was maybe Raj knew I was in San Francisco and hired some thugs to kidnap me for his own gain.
This is the
But
nature.
obviously, that is not true.
No, this is
Why
the
would you
nature
do
of
that?
the mind. You see, this is very gratifying for people because you see, we often think, and it is a logical fallacy to believe that after this, therefore, because of this is
So true.
a non sequitur, right? This is superstition at its core,
It's
right?
superstition.
Superstition at its core. See, you cannot always think. There have been studies showing, the decline of a squirrel population in the park in the city is related to obesity.
I have seen those studies.
Correct,
So sad.
correct,
So sad with the obese squirrels.
Yeah. No. What I'm trying to say is that you can find correlations in anything that is completely disconnected. Like I was in a pinch, and then suddenly you get kidnapped, and
Oh yes.
And
But
it was- go ahead.
it is so sad about the squirrels, Raj.
Right, the squirrels. They are quite fun to play with, those squirrels. And
Oh, it's so fun.
the best
So
part,
nice.
sometimes I take a bag of peanuts to the park and I throw them to the squirrels, and it is the cutest thing to see them bury the peanuts in the ground, and then they cover it back up and gently pat down the dirt and the grass. It's quite adorable.
They are
Although
such
hold
joyful
on, I need to
creatures.
tell you something. Last time I was there, and there were quite a few waterfowl, ducks and geese, and a mallard picked up the peanut and swallowed it completely whole without breaking the shell, and I almost could feel it going down my own throat, and it was quite terrible.
Yes.
I hope that mallard is okay. I gave
Well, I
him a
hope
name,
so.
Cornelian. I feel bad. However, we must surrender.
So much surrender, yes.
So
much surrender. Raj, that story about the mallard reminds me of another story when I was traveling as a young man. And, I don't know if I told you this story, but I was in London on my way to Manchester. And,
quite an amazing city, London.
Oh, I must have been in maybe before I was 20 years old.
They say the best Indian food in the world you can find in London. Isn't that incredible?
Is that true? Isn't that true?
It's true.
I wonder why. You don't get good Indian food in India. But
It might
I
be
guess that
because
is...
we're also incredibly cheap, but in any case, go ahead.
I was going to wager that just, slightly more infrastructure and proper refrigeration may be part of the equation. But anyway, back to my
it just
story
seems
about
like
the
it's
mallard.
part of the culture that we're always trying to rip each other off.
Oh, well, that's true. That is true. But anyway, so in my early 20s, and I was, not even 20, I was going to Manchester to visit one of my school friends. And
Was it Prinavat?
I think so, yes. Although I don't remember exactly, because it could have been Prinavat or Ramadanskund. But I don't remember, because they were both roommates. So sometimes I go visit them, and I don't remember who I was talking to go make the visit.
Interesting. Keep going. This is a fascinating story. Fascinating.
Anyway,
You were
I was
talking
on
about
my
the
way, and
duck.
I was in the tube in London, in the subway tube, and it is sort of remarkable that I was down there all by myself, right? And I was
Not a
obviously
good place
dressed
to be
well,
alone.
and I was obviously dressed very well, and I was on my way to see my friends, and almost like in the same time as in San Francisco, someone said, "Oh, sir, you're really in the wrong part of town here." And I said, "What are you talking about?" And then the next thing I know, I hear this thud, and someone bonked me over the head with something dull, a wooden bat or something.
Yeah.
I go unconscious, and then I wake up again. I cannot see anything. There's something over my eyes, and I'm bound to a chair, and it's quite cold in the room wherever I am. I don't know where I am, and I was kidnapped.
Yeah, it was the warehouse this time, correct?
It was some sort of, I don't even know, because I never saw where I was.
It was a meatpacking warehouse, quite cold, right?
Yes,
Concrete
yes, very
floors,
cold.
abattoir.
I
if
don't
you
know, because I never saw anything, but I did hear, I remember hearing distinctly the sound of machinery running in the distant background,
have
as if
been
it was on some
processing
other floor,
facility, yeah.
some other floor of the building or something, but I couldn't tell quite, because I was so tired and so confused.
will. Incredible. My
In that
family,
moment. And then- but
my family that
thankfully-
lives in
thankfully-
London has the meatpacking empire. Just coincidence.
And so
coincidence.
it was, I was so confused, and I was upset, obviously. But thankfully, my uncle was able to pay for the ransom, and I was released within a few weeks, and I did eventually go see my friends this time because they were not so worried about my delay.
Interesting.
But it was unfortunate, and it was upsetting.
Well, I understand it. It's almost like if you dress a certain way, you can
I
be
know,
easily
and
picked out
then
in
I
the
thought to
crowd.
myself, I thought to myself, well, I don't know if I should be wearing these clothes anymore. Maybe I need to have a bodyguard, or maybe not travel by myself so much.
No, because if you do that, then what you're doing is putting a target on your back. You're making all of the vile people in the world, they will see that you must be more important, and they will single you out. No, continue to dress the way you dress. I mean,
Well,
you
I
stand out in
decided
the crowd, and that's a good thing.
That is exactly what I decided to do. But then I decided to always travel with a security team, there was one time a few months later where my uncle paid for the security team. He said, "Listen, Krishna, there's no reason you going around getting kidnapped anymore. It is going to be less expensive to have a security team with you." And I said, "Okay, well, now I'm going to Hamburg to visit a friend, just to visit a friend from school."
Right.
And I was again trying to find where my friend was staying, and someone came up to me and they said, "Excuse me, sir." And then before I knew it, the security team had the man pinned on the ground, and he just turned out to be we didn't know who he was. He said he was just some hired thug or something.
Well, anybody can be
we
bought and
didn't-
paid
we-
for.
we
Even a
didn't-
security team. I mean, how much are you getting paid? I'll double it, I'll triple it. Any amount, everybody has a price. It's an unfortunate
That's
truth
true.
of the
That's true.
universe. We need
And
to
I know,
surrender
and
to
I've
this.
had the security team with me now for decades now. They are like my brothers now.
Yes. Well, you can't trust anyone sometimes. Everybody has a price. You need to
Oh,
surrender.
that is so true. That is so true. Everyone has a price.
And what is the price of surrender? Nothing. And if this is what karma has given you, Krishna, then you need to surrender to it.
So true, Raj.
Otherwise, you'll be caught in the wheel of samsara for countless lifetimes. Right? Next time somebody comes to abduct you, you simply surrender and you give in.
Well, no.
What
I
will
don't.
it
I don't
cost you? A few
surrender.
dollars? You have money.
After the two times of getting kidnapped, no more. No more kidnappings. That is why we have the security team right now. Very good guys.
Well,
they are
they're-
like my brothers. They are lethal. Very well trained, very well paid.
You need to get creative. There are other ways to extort. I mean, there are other ways to get money and to take care of your physical requirements in this world, to pay the rent, to pay the electricity.
So true.
You try one thing once or twice, and then you find out, well, maybe it is a bit risky, and
Right, so true.
Yeah. So, but I think the entire point here is that
Raj, have you ever been kidnapped?
no, I've never been kidnapped. Not
Oh,
once.
that's interesting.
Not even one time. No, I've never even felt threatened, like I'm in a bad place.
No one ever even try to mug you or try to give you a hard time at a...
I think it is because I radiate such peace around me. It is just my natural state of mind.
I think that is true, Raj, because you're always manifesting. You're always manifesting serenity and peace, and it is surrounding you.
Correct. It is sort of like a force field that I put around me. Anyone who comes to me attempting any violent act is like they are instantly disarmed by my calmness, my connection to the divine, and they have no reason. They have no reason.
Yes,
I give them no reason.
have you? I mean, it is almost like no one has even bent your arm behind your back and told you to
I
make
mean,
you feel a little uncomfortable.
Listen, in my youth in the schoolyard, of course, there's always that, when I was 6, 7 years old playing, cricket with my friends and, but this was a lifetime ago.
I wonder what would happen if... I wonder what would happen if Tony would just bend your arm back a little bit, just so you could make you feel a little uncomfortable.
Listen,
Tony, come over here. Would you bend back Raj's arm?
Listen.
Just see what happens.
Everyone, Krishna
Just
is
bend
a
it a little
joker.
bit.
Krishna is a joker.
There you go, Tony. There you go, Tony. Bend it.
Okay, Tony. Okay, Tony, stop that. Tony. Okay.
Okay, that's
this
enough,
joke
Tony.
has gone
That's
too
enough.
far.
Let him go, Tony. Oh my goodness.
Tony is.
You give him an inch and he takes a mile. I didn't mean him to do it that hard. I'm sorry, Raj.
Okay, Tony clearly is a lifter.
Oh, he sometimes I don't think he knows how strong he is.
Wow. Tony.
He's got quite a grip too.
Tony. No, it's funny.
I see sometimes he cracks walnuts in his hand. His grip is quite strong. Besides the rest of his very, very strong body. Very strong and well trained.
Listen, Krishna.
Yes, Raj.
These things that happen to you, purely coincidental.
Yes, purely coincidental.
And, I have no need to be... I don't think we need to talk about this anymore, correct? Just coincidental.
No, it is coincidental.
I have certain insurance policies in place that I don't think I need to have them anymore. And I feel a certain turning over a new leaf.
Oh, absolutely, Raj. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that is why. I mean, that is why
It's killing me.
Tony and Marco are just, they are very top-notch guys.
Clearly. And they seem like
they
cannot...
are here to protect you as much as they are to protect me, because we got there's all those crazy people out there.
Right.
They see gurus. They think that they have a lot of money, a lot of wealth, a lot of influence.
Correct.
Millions of followers around the world.
Listen, Tony, Marco, again, the insurance policies that I may or may not be discussing, I will continue to... I'll tell you what, I'll just change the policy a bit, if you don't mind, Tony, Marco, just to favor certain gurus whose names begin with K.
It is totally agreeable,
and
Raj.
Krishna.
Yes, totally agreeable. The situation is entirely agreeable.
Right, that's good.
And amiable. It is because of your manifestations.
Right.
Always manifest in peace and surrender and serenity.
And I would never consider to put any sort of chemical substances into the chutney or anything like that. That was definitely not...
No, it wasn't poisoning. No. No, you always say, I always eat the green chutney, and you always have the brown or the red chutney, and I always eat the green chutney for some reason. And then every once in a while I
took note of that long time ago.
I know. And then every once in a while I get that very sick feeling.
It must be some sort of allergy you're
and
developing.
some sort of bleeding out of my stool, some sort of time, little blood in the stool. And I wonder sometimes if it is just a low level of some sort of cyanide or something poisoning me or some other thing.
You know, there may be Ayurvedic antidotes that I know about. I
that's
can
so
certainly give you the antidote if this is what
Oh,
you're looking
yes.
for. I might
Yes,
have it here on me in case of accidental
Okey-doke.
cross-contamination. Would you like to have it now?
Oh, I don't know. We can talk about that after the
I think you
meditation,
should take
Raj.
it now.
Yes.
I think you should take it now. Here you go.
Okay.
Marco, Tony, did you see what I gave to Krishna? They are nodding their heads, okay. I think we have cleared up a few things, okay?
Okie doke.
Very good, very good. Well,
So,
we have
so
gone
with
very
the-
deep today.
Yes, very deep. There's so many. As I look out into the room, I see all these beautiful faces and
Beautiful people.
smiling faces. There's so many people here just wishing to surrender
Yes.
and give their lives over to something greater than themselves.
Something
Isn't that
greater.
true, Raj?
Listen, Krishna, I just wanted to make sure that the air is completely cleared before we move on. Is it clear? Is the air
Oh,
completely
yes,
clear?
absolutely, Raj. Absolutely, Raj.
Are you sure about that? You have a certain twinkle in your eye that is giving me, what do they say? The hair on my back is standing up or something.
Oh, it's okay. No. I mean, I think, most likely, we'll have Tony and Marco will take you back to your hotel tonight.
Tony
so.
and Marco taking me
Yes,
back.
they're going to take you back to your hotel, and yes, absolutely.
I will just let it be known publicly that I have changed hotels. I'm going to be staying at the Hilton downtown, not
Downtown Hilton,
not
okay.
okay.
It is no matter.
Let there be witnesses here that I am meant to go to the downtown Hilton after the meditation tonight. Right, people? Can I hear you say downtown? Nobody's saying anything. They all seem to be silent.
There's so much surrender.
The downtown Hilton, not the one
Yes,
on
downtown.
downtown, not the one in the suburbs. Okay. Tony, no, listen, Tony, Marco, you do not need to accompany me. I feel very safe. This is a safe city. This is a
But
safe
Raj, I wanted them to take you down to the
Who will
hotel.
be protecting
Whichever
you?
hotel you're choosing, you choose a hotel, and Tony and Mark will take you down.
city. What about the Marriott? The Marriott is quite.
Oh, the Marriott's is lovely. Absolutely
Listen,
lovely.
people, I'm going to the Marriott, okay? I'm supposed to be at the Marriott, okay? I'll make the arrangements very soon. If you do not
matter,
see me
you-
at the
you-
Marriott after the guided meditation, you might want to call the police, call the fire department, the military, the Marriott, okay? The Marriott. They're nodding, okay.
Yes,
Everybody
okie
knows I
doke.
should be at the Marriott Hotel. Do not. Okay. Okay.
Hey, okie dokie.
Okay.
So, Raj, is there anything you'd like to say to the class here? Your
yes,
sort of
that's
final words or
Yes,
wishes, wishing
sometimes
anyone.
we
I know
make-
you've made very good friends with some of the people.
Yes, sometimes in our lives we make very, very interesting decisions, and you cannot take it back. You cannot unring the bell, so to speak. And I am very regretful and sorry. And if I could do it differently, sometimes, well, I would have done it differently. And I'm a good guru, and I provide a
Yes.
lot of value to our devotees, and I have been
so much
friend.
value.
I've been a very good friend for a long time to you.
Very good friend. Oh, Raj. Very good, very close friends, yes.
Do not want to die.
No. No, nothing like that would happen to you, Raj.
Maybe we should extend the session a little bit. We could sing some songs or do another guided meditation or perhaps a reading, or we can just sit here for a while.
Oh, I suppose we can sit just for a few more minutes, Raj.
Right.
Yes.
So, did you see the game?
Oh, no, I didn't see the game. No. I was on the phone with my uncle very late last night on the phone with my uncle, going over some things that we've been discussing for quite some time now.
It was a good game.
Yes, it was. Oh, what happened?
I don't remember. Anyway,
Anyway,
listen,
much
maybe-
sometimes the game is so good that you don't even remember how good it was because it was so good.
look, if there's something that is going to happen, let it just happen quickly, okay?
Absolutely, Raj. There's no reason to make one's suffering any more than it needs to be in this life.
Right.
Well, I suppose that just about wraps up our guided meditation today. Raj, do you feel as though you'd like to say anything? Maybe final words or so for the class.
Baba, Mama, I love you. I tried to do what you taught me to do, and I had my time here, and it was very exciting, and all things come to an end. That is all.
Tony, Marco, take him away.
No, no!